Following on from my series covering the different aspects of PowerShell App Deployment Toolkit, I wanted to cover the migration steps to get you from version 3 to version 4 because they've made it really easy. When you go to the download page of the PSADT website, if you scroll down a little bit, you get to some tools. Now, I haven't tested these out. It looks like they might work. They're in pre-release. I'm not really sure what that means, but we're going to download it now and see how I can convert my version 3 PSADT scripts, I've got loads of those, into version 4. We'll just follow the instructions. So firstly I need to just install module, I'll use the copy button this time, install that module. So let's grab that and put it there. It doesn't like the pre-release thing. I saw something just a second ago about pre-release. If this produces an error, then update PowerShell get. Let's do that. Okay, so let's do that. Now, I might need to use the allow clobber parameter to get this to work, or it may have already worked. I'll just try it without that. No, I need to allow clobber. Let's try that. I think it's because there's already stuff already installed, and I'm trying to install over the top, and I need to allow that explicitly. So there, that's done. Now allow pre-release. Parameter can't be found that allows pre-release. Okay. Oh, restart the PowerShell console. You just need to just read the entire instructions, Dean. That's fine. Okay, so restart PowerShell and go back to this. All right then. So now I'm going to use the command that I originally tried to use. Just paste that. There we go. Working much better that time when you actually read the instructions. Okay, we're almost there. So we're installing this PSADT tools, and then the reason we're installing it, just accept all that so we can get moving past it. All right. While it's installing, I'll go back to what I was saying. There's a migrating from v3 section, and there's a couple of tools. Really, you can either use the Test-ADTCompatibility, and it will give you the things that have changed between the version you're using, the script you're using, and the version it was written in versus the new format, and then also a convert, and you can convert it using this command here, or just take the entire folder and it'll look for the deploy application PS1. Let's see how we're getting on. Okay, so that's done. So now I'm going to head into my PSADT folder, which is that one there. I don't think you need to because the module exists elsewhere, but I'm going to run this test first because we might as well test it and see what has changed. And oh, I need to go into an actual place, so I'm going to go into my Adobe Reader there and do that. See what it comes up with. It's pulled it out into a grid. And it's literally just told me all the different things. I've got quite a lot of customizations in this particular Adobe Reader because you need to make all those changes to Adobe Reader for registry changes and stuff. So it's got all those, it's picked all those out. So I wonder if I can just convert it as is. And let me just grab this one here because I'm already in the folder. So I think I can just do that, and it will create the invoke app deploy toolkit or whatever it's called. Well, that's done, so let's see what's actually in it. And there we now have this one here created just now. So when we go into the folder, you can see here the new one is invoke app deploy toolkit. It's just been created. If I just jump into let's open VS Code. And here I want to just compare those two files. So let's see the difference. So it even changes the instructions at the top. That's really cool. Right, so it's scrolling down. The left one is the new version. The right one is the old version by the looks of it. So we have fewer actually on the left-hand side, the new version. Is that right? Oh no, the right version is the new version. Okay, that makes sense. So, scrolling down, more variables on the right, that makes sense. And a bit further down, we've lost all this stuff here. We have pre-install, post-install. I mean, it's now setting ADT registry key rather than set registry key, but it's putting those changes in there for me. I mean, it looks like that's pretty much done it, which is pretty cool. Script signature block has been removed, but that's just because I signed it, and obviously it wouldn't make sense to convert the signature as well. That wouldn't work. So, okay, that's now ready to go. So I suppose I can now test it. So if I grab that and that, copy, and put that in my blank PSADT4 app, replace the older App Deploy Toolkit. So now theoretically, with my new files here, my Adobe Acrobat files, I could theoretically just run this and it should silently install Adobe Acrobat Reader on this test machine. Let's see. Give it a few moments to spin up and put the interface and that kind of thing. Just while that's doing that, let's just see. It's running the Adobe Self-Extractor here as well, so that's clearly doing stuff in the background. I'll give it a few seconds to finish doing that. Now, with it running silently, I'm not going to see anything in the interface, so I just need to wait for it to actually finish. But you can see it's, by the fact that it's running the Adobe installer, that it is doing its thing. So that obviously has made those changes and converted that successfully, which is pretty cool. Just check if it's installed, and there it is. Okay, it's done. So I've been able to convert my existing PSADT toolkit and just convert it straight into PSADT version 4 using the helper tools. Really, really helpful. If you like this video and these types of videos where I go into the little bit of detail of how this stuff works, and you want to see more, just subscribe. It lets me know that you actually do enjoy this. Maybe leave a comment and a like. It really does help me grow this channel. Next, I'm going to look into the latest version of PSADT, which is version 4.1.0. In this release, they've apparently removed the need for Service UI. See you then.